Oh, right picking. Oh my god, Smasher, right picking saved me. Michelle, you taught me something. Spoilers.
Hey Squids! We are finally here to talk about an advanced technique. I mentioned right side peeking, or right peeking, in my charger guide, but right peeking isn't only beneficial with chargers. In fact, you can use it with most weapons, with some being more effective than others. So let's get into it. For those of you who don't know, right peeking is using the right corner of a wall or obstacle as cover while shooting at opponents. This works best because every weapon is held at the right of an Inkling, so the weapon's shots peek through the obstacle while the Inkling's body remains protected from incoming fire. This outperforms left peeking as your body is fully exposed on the left side to make way for your weapon's shots. Right peeking is perfect for chargers since their target thread creeps out while they remain almost completely hidden, which allows for some discreet splats. Though as I've mentioned, other weapons can benefit from this as well. Every situation is different, and depending on the situation, the obstacle, and the weapon, it will be more or less effective. Longer range weapons and blasters tend to see a more favorable result when using this technique. Ranged weapons usually move slower, so having the cover to shield them from offensive weapons can allow them to get the splat before their opponent does. Splatlings use right peeking very effectively, since they are also a charger class weapon. With their range, they can peek at a safe distance like regular chargers. Blasters use their blast radius to hit opponents and can result in a splat due to splash damage. Basically, the weapons that are the least exposed while peeking gain the most with this tactic. On the other hand, there are weapons that fall short when performing this technique. Ones with a lower accuracy and wide spread will find it hard to splat an opponent when peeking from most obstacles. The Sploosh, for example, has a low % chance of getting a kill, while also making themselves vulnerable as they peek out further to reach their opponent. I find that trees or thinner obstacles work best with close range weapons, since you can peek and strafe to shoot at enemies while dodging some of their shots. As expected, melee weapons are also not fit for this, since their ink usually gets caught by the wall. Instead, their version is over peeking, which involves using the top of an obstacle to peek shots through. Rollers have a couple ways of doing this. Depending on the height of a wall, they can stay behind and simply jump and flick, or combine ledge peeking to swim up and flick ink over the edge to splat an Inkling. Dynamos are a prime example of this because of the sheer range of their flick. Brushes can swim over obstacles and use the height advantage to sneak attacks on opponents, which can splat them before they have a chance to retaliate. Since close range and melee weapons are not as effective while peeking, countering them with right peeking is a good option. Just be wary of when a roller may jump out around a corner. Longer range peeking situations will be a safer bet against a roller. Overall, this technique is a must for some weapons, and more situational for others, but like in most shooters, it is a pretty prominent aspect of the game. Using cover is necessary to stay alive, and you don't want to be caught in the open, especially against those weapons that excel in head-on combat. So implementing peeking as you swim and move around maps will help. You can also be more creative with it. Knowing what angles are advantageous to your weapon will definitely aid you in this. If anything, it can be used as a defensive measure, or when retreating from a battle that isn't in your favor. For a more in-depth look into right-side peeking, be sure to check out FLC's Squid Boards post if you haven't already. Also Squids, we have a lot more coming up, so keep checking in. See ya!